What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, FreeAgency.com. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And it is Tuesday morning that feels like Monday morning. Because we had Christmas Day. All right. How did yesterday turn out? How did the weekend turn out? What's some of the errors and issues on eBay this past weekend? It's been a many. And I will give you some inside knowledge of the AI program website I am using to make my shorts. It's taking these videos and converting them down into shorts so I can spit a bunch of shorts out. So I will let you guys know what I'm using. Give a little inside tip there. And, of course, questions and comments. So I don't have much overnight. The Sunday night, Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, I had an 18-hour window with 2 items paid for. And I don't think they sold. I think they were paid for from previous. But 18-hour window where nothing came through. Now, you might say, well, it's because it's Christmas. Well, no, not really. Last year, Christmas Day, I did $1,000. But I did well yesterday, mainly because of my one big item. But even without that, I probably did maybe half of what I would have done, what I did last year. So still sales down from like last year, 30 to 50%, with all these changes. And eBay clearly does not have a handle on their website whatsoever. I think the latest issue that's been going on for probably about a week now, maybe a little over a week, is the piece count in our store being different from what is actually there. The number is showing much lower than what they actually have, where mine's showing about 800 higher than what I have. Figure that one out. I don't know, but apparently eBay can't figure it out either because I have checked on it. It has been a known issue that they're working on. So if they can't get a handle on something that seems like it should be like easy, what does that tell you about the fact that they can't handle their website as a whole? It's scary when you think about it. The amount of items that they've been working on or trying to fix for most of, if not all of 2023, and are still today a problem. It's kind of scary when you really think about it. What other company website that you know of has problems that last weeks, months, and even years that can't be fixed or takes forever to fix them, that are pretty dramatic to the business? Yeah, I see something white in my hair. There it is. But yeah, it's kind of, I think this issue, which I think most of us are having, is kind of indicative. I like using words I don't really use that much or rarely at all. Indicative of what eBay has become in 2023 is just a website out of control. And sadly, it does have, whether you want to believe it or not, it does have an impact on our sales. Which leads to how you survive in 2024. How, if this keeps continuing, that they have this website that's just like a wild bucking bronco that they can't control, how do you survive that? And I've said it many times before, for me, I think there's two ways to survive it. You just pivot to all high sell-through rate items, which is, unless you have a great connection, a great source, is not realistic. Like, the everyday person can't go out there and just at least live full time on just finding, because you're putting a lot of time into sourcing, looking for the items, and that time times the items you find, times the hours it takes to list them, et cetera, it really usually doesn't pan out. Like I said, you got to have a great source in order to get that kind of product continuously, to really make it worthwhile. And you'll see people on YouTube who like to run their mouth or type their fingers and pretend they have everything figured out when they don't know jack crap, just because they might have a good source for the moment. But guess what? That source will dry up. They all do. And then that person will, or those people, I should say, a lot of people can see through those type of people and know that once their bridge burns, that they're not going to be treading water no more. They're going to be sinking. So I think for me, the best thing is to keep learning. Keep learning so you can keep sourcing, whether that's the high dollar items or you're doing volume. Those are really the two, and or spreading your wings through other websites. Cross-posting to Vendoo and Mercari and Amazon or whatever. I think those three things are going to be your ticket to 2024, or a combination of those. One and or a combination of those is only high sell-through rate stuff, volume, cross-posting. And hopefully one day soon, eBay will have it figured out. But until then, we're going to be relying on each other for information and learning and the thing. But if you are highly relying on videos for your information, that might be your first mistake. So first thing you need to do is get yourself into the game mentally and put some work in. Because if you're just relying on others to give you information, you're not going to see the whole picture. You're just not going to, or you're going to get different stories from different people, and it's going to lead you down roads that may not suit you. So I think the thing you need to do is put your head down and learn as much as you can, and not just relying on others like me or whoever to feed you information. Get out there and learn yourself also, and that's by working. So whether we're playing in the background as you're pounding away, that's the spot on way to go. But don't just rely on others to try to make you successful. You have to put the work in. And I think that's what COVID did compared to now, where people were able to make that easy dollar. They didn't have to put no work in, and now they're flailing. They're sinking. They're not treading water anymore. They're going down with the ship. And their lack of effort is showing. So don't let your lack of effort drag you to the bottom with all these eBay issues. And then also you throw in the economy on top of it, and, the perfect storm, if you will, a little bit of everything. If you don't fight and work through it, you're going to sink. You're going to fail, bottom line. And that's why we see so many people quitting eBay and going back to work. I'd be curious to see some of these videos that popped up who are saying they're going back to work, they're quitting eBay. When I stumble across one, I'm gonna go back through and see when their channel started, because I got a feeling they may have been the COVID babies. You heard of the baby boomers? These are the COVID babies when it comes to the reselling business, and they're dying off right now. So once they die off, there's less competition, but we have to make it through also. And in order to do that, you have to work. Whether that's learning or listing or both, you have to work. Where'd that come from today? I don't know. But anyway, was I going somewhere with that? I don't even know. All right, so let's see what's been going on. I got so many windows open here. I don't know what the hell's going on. All right. So yesterday I had the vintage Bose receiver sell for $340. It's going to Puerto Rico. Got it on vacation. Actually, the first stop when we left St. Louis was Mount Vernon, Illinois at a Goodwill. And that's where I found this for 40 or 50 bucks. So it was the first piece I found on vacation. And I went ahead and boxed it up this morning. I knew Adrian was going to leave it for me, but I knew it was going to take some boxing. And I have no bubble wrap, but I have this, like, I think I threw it back in there. It's almost like this recycled mush padding, almost like insulation. I think I saw it on another video a couple weeks ago. I got that. Somebody in the house bought something and it was wrapped with that. So I've kept that, and I relied on that heavily with this package, along with my bubbles I get from Uline when I order my boxes. That's the one good thing about buying from Uline, even though you may overpay for the shipping. You get all those bubbles, those air bubbles, and they come in. For me, they come in extremely handy for someone who doesn't buy bubble wrap. So I can't remember the last time I bought bubble wrap, because if it's smaller, I'll use bubble mailers, as you've seen me do. And then if it's bigger, I'll use those bubbles, air bubbles, and whatever packaging I've got laying around. So I probably haven't bought bubble wrap for probably about 3 or 4 years, when I used to have a lot of electronic receivers up, because then I made sure I had something always. Which I probably got a big old stack of receivers and CD players and stuff I need to get back up listed again. And I know in storage I got tons of that stuff. So because I always buy it, but then I usually never list it. So yesterday, even though it wasn't $1,000 day, it was an $840 day. $340 was this alone, plus the shipping was $40. So almost $400 of that was this alone. So it would have only been like a $410, $420 day yesterday, compared to last year at $1,000 without this receiver. So that's the big chunk that was taken out. Christmas Eve, only $545. The worst day, Saturday, December 23rd, $454. Now I'm going to take those 3 days. I'm going to compare them to last year, because I want to see how bad they're off. And like I said, yesterday would have been a whole lot worse if not for this receiver. So we're going to go the 22nd through the 25th. Compared to last year. Without looking, with this, I'm going to say down 50%. Oh, wow. Only down 19%. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Like I said, this is going to be a big chunk of it. It would have been a totally different story without this. But still, it's not how you got there. It's the fact that you got there, right? And this could be like a metaphor, if you will, a sign to you that make sure you have some high dollar items in your store. Because one item can save your day. So if you are, more reliant on foundation or lower dollar items, make sure not to sway away from the big dollar items, because they can save your day. All right, that's good. Let me take the 25th out of it since it was almost even. Down only 21%. All right. Can't complain about that because normally I've been down 30 plus. So I am happy with that. Very happy. Let's do a whole week. 18th through the 24th compared to last year. Down 35%. All right. So there's more realistic. But still, not bad for those 3 days. So now we're after Christmas. So what's going to happen? That's the big $1 million question. Because how much did Christmas shopping help us in the last 30 days, if you will? With all the issues and problems going on with the economy, with the website, how much did it help having Christmas sales? January will be the true tale. As I said before, October used to go boop, 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 all the way up until about probably the end of March. And that's when I started leveling off and going down a little. But I used to always go up from October to March. It was just a straight up arrow. So we'll see if that continues. It is 9:30. I am at $83. So not horrible. For the day after Christmas, people may be going back to work, etc., etc. So not horrible. Up 8.5% from last month. So if we can keep that number in the green, I will be happy. I'll be happy no matter what because I love what I'm doing. But that's my new. When I catch myself going and saying something like that, make sure that I smack myself with a little reality. Shut up, James. You enjoy what you're doing. You're paying the bills. You're making money. Shut up. Be happy. Have fun. Changing my mindset from, the way it was. The way it was. I think you've seen a change, haven't you? For the most part. For the majority of the time. Of course, I'm going to still let you know about the problems. Just going to try to handle them in a different way to be more constructive for myself and for you guys when it comes to that stuff. Still very happy with, I'm still very happy with the way I've built the business, even with all these issues going on right now. And the fact that I took all my low dollar stuff and bumped them up to $9.95 and I still have a decent amount of that stuff selling. More than I thought I would have, which is surprising to me. And like I said before, it may have to do with the whole promotion things. People, the impulse buyers, if you will. If you're outbidding somebody else or you're promoting a little bit higher than your competition and you're the first ones that show up when they're looking and they're just in an impulse buy, click, boom, gone, sold. I mean, I checked 3 items yesterday. I sold for $9.95 and I looked on eBay to see how many lower items there were up there that I could have chose from. Some with better feedback, meaning 99.8, 100% feedback, and a decent amount of feedback number. Thousands, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever. No red flags that would say, hey, don't buy from this person right off the bat. And there was loads of them. So I look at that and I go, okay, is this somebody supporting me and or my store, my business, because they recognize they bought from before type of thing? Or is it because I promoted better than the next person and mine was the first one that popped up in front of their face? It's nice to have several ammunitions in your chamber, if you will. I mean, keeping your reputation, also being able to promote higher than maybe the next person. So then you have more than one, way of grabbing a customer, if you will. Like the people who say, oh, I'm not giving eBay no more money. You're taking money away from yourself is what you're doing. It's not going to change. No matter how many times you say we should all rally together, and you can't get tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of buyers to rally together. It's just not going to happen. You have to play the game. I still think the game in the long run is going to fail eBay. And I think the problems they're having with the website is going to only amplify their problems. So I think they've created a perfect storm for themselves to fail, honestly. Did they pick the right time period to do it? Maybe so, if the economy's down. But see, all the other websites are growing. Amazon's growing, Poshmark's growing. eBay's the only one out there from the last article I read maybe about a week and a half ago. It was going just ripping into eBay that they are the only platform not growing right now, not performing, not going at a growth rate. So even though if we are in a recession-ish time, you still have businesses growing, except for one. So I think they're creating the perfect storm, which, I think it's kind of like what we're feeling, like almost a double kick, because we're getting the kickback also, being down 30% instead of, say, maybe 15% or 10% because of the economy or whatever. We're going to be down 30%, up to 50% even at times. So, yeah, I'm just brainstorming here, seeing what pops out of my head. So, I'm motivating myself today. I'm getting myself amped up. I'm like, yeah, let's go. With one of my new Christmas items that Jan bought me. Purple rain, purple rain. That's why I got to keep reselling going, because I can't quit my day job to sing. Purple rain, or dance. Can't do that either. I just play a singer on my YouTube channels, and you have to put up with me. What I'm going to try to do, maybe New Year's Eve, make a video and go through all the eBay websites, see how much I've made for this year. Go through Poshmark, see how much I made for this year. Kind of give myself a good number of where I'm going to lay at. Because like at eBay this year, I'm only about $250,000. eBay US, that is. So I'm hoping to push 300,000 with everything combined. If I throw in YouTube, that's 15 right there. So that's 265 we're up to. So thinking as a business name, because the YouTube channel's in the business name, so that money goes into the business account. So technically it's part of the business, so it has to be accounted for. So the government can kick me down even more and take my money. How dare you take my money and give it to all these other countries when we have potholes and roads that can't be fixed? How dare you when we have bridges failing? How dare you when we have homelessness? How dare you? Unless you're homeless in Hawaii, then you have no problems at all. I can't think of a Hawaiian tune right now off the top of my head, or I'd be singing a luau thing. All right. Let's get into this. I've been talking too much. You talk too much. You never say what's on your mind. Or however that Whitesnake song goes. How many items did I sell yesterday? Yeah, only 23 items yesterday. 7 organic, 16 promoted. At least the percentage was more common, 70-30 split. Was more average, so that was good, instead of 80-20. The way it's been laying out, or 90-10. But only 23 items. Ugh. Actually, the last 3 days, 23, 24, 23. So see what we make it to today. 4 items sold, 2 organic, 2 promoted as we stand right now this morning. So let's do some questions and comments. So as I stated, I've been playing with shorts this weekend. And I'll probably make some today for tonight and every night this week. I might take yesterday's video and see if I can pull some cool shorts out of that, or see if AI can pull some cool shorts out of that. So the AI website I'm using is Opus Clicks. Opus something. Let me see if I can find it. Opus Clips. Yeah. But it's opus.pro. opus.pro. And I signed up for a year, and it was like $100. And they gave me like 70 hours of time. And what that equates to exactly, I'm not 100%. I know I've done 3 videos so far, and I went down from, maybe it was 65 hours. I don't remember where it started. It started over 60, I know that. Because with 3 videos, I'm down to about 60 hours left. And I've done 3 videos. And then it says I got 363 days left on that to use that time up or whatever. So you're buying time, but how that equates to your video. Like I did an hour video, but it didn't take it. I don't think it took an hour. It didn't take a full hour off of my clock. So I'm not sure how it equates exactly. So I got to pick and choose and be wise about which videos I try to convert into shorts. Probably not these. I'll probably use my pulling videos, since I try to do more goofy one-liners and crap from those videos. So there might be more suitable shorts within those. So I'll probably use those. And like I said, in 36 hours, I did 21 shorts and brought in 28 subscribers. Since then, probably a few more shorts went up. But no more new subscribers yet. And this AI thing, Opus, it creates the titles for me. So I don't have to do anything except click a button and then just go through and watch the shorts. And then if I like it, I click share and it puts them up. And then I could schedule them too from that website. So very easy to use. Like the last one that went up, the title was Unleashing Fun, Bad Jokes, and Controversial Remarks in 2024. I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a battle cry right there. That needs to be my motto for 2024. Unleashing fun, bad jokes, and controversial remarks in 2024. And by controversial remarks, that could be anything nowadays because so many people get offended by everything. Everything I say could be a controversial remark. So have fun with it and enjoy. So, but yeah, I like the fact that I don't have to think using this. I just click a button. And I don't even really read the title when it does. I'm just like, okay, I just accept it on most of them. So I haven't even really paid attention. Unlocking the excitement of a German restaurant in Chicago. I had a German coffee mug from a Chicago restaurant. So that's where I picked that up. Unlocking the excitement of a German restaurant in Chicago. Huh? Okay, that's something different. That might bring in a different type of looker. So go with it. Because I'm using this to try to bring in a different style of viewer, not just a reseller, if you will. If they do bring in a reseller, that's bonus, but it's trying to bring in a consumer, if you will. So hilarious thrift store finds in my storage locker. Unveiling my latest treasures. So that was pretty good right there, actually. I was going through my bin that I pulled from my storage locker. So that's unearthing hidden XM radio treasures for endless music delight. I was talking about if you find an XM receiver, see if it has a lifelong lifelong subscription, because it's worth more. So some of these are very fitting. Some of them are just out of left field, which I like. So, and this one could be a little misleading. Hacks to sell cassette tapes faster and make more money. Well, not really. I mean, I sell a lot of cassettes. So it's thinking outside of my normal headspace, so I like that. So it's like somebody else is thinking for me. So it's not going to be like a repetitive feel and a repetitive theme. It's got a better chance of pulling in somebody different. So I like that. So I haven't changed one title yet. So, and like I said, I haven't even read all of them. So let's get into some questions and comments. Some of them are probably going to be on these shorts. And I'm expecting to get out of left field responses to some of these videos, because they're probably not people who watch reseller videos all the time. So I'm expecting new, and that's exciting because it could turn into views and subscribers also. So I like that. What's the name of the short tool you're using? It looks great. Well, you're only going to know that is if you watch my daily videos. That's where I get my secrets, on the daily videos, for the people who actually want to put hours into me. And I appreciate it. So that's where you get the good secrets. So that's definitely a thing I think I'm going forward. Because if you notice, some of the times I wait toward the end of the videos before I really start giving secret details or throw in a little surprise. Like the one video, how many of you saw me walking the snowman? If you didn't watch all the way till the end, you didn't see me walking a snowman. So I've been trying to push things further along in the video for information, so people just can't come in and watch the very beginning. This one I kind of did, but I'm trying to force myself to push it into the video more, so that just you guys who are very supportive of this channel, you get fed the information over to somebody who's just looking for a quick boom, So. Love seeing Precious Courtney. Merry Christmas. So sorry about Stu. You had my vote as his new family. Yeah. It made me sad. But I think what made me sad most is it brought up all the Vern emotions, because it just felt similar. So I think that's the part that really made me sad. I'm glad he's got a good home to go to, Yes to the carrot basket. I had one once upon a time. Great kitchen decor, spring and Easter. Good eye. Yeah, that was Jan and her little carrot basket she found. And that empty snowflake thing. Like after I made the video last night, I was like, I should have weighed those individually, because at the Goodwill, it's $1.89 a pound. All three of those together was probably less than that. So, but they probably, altogether, they were probably $2 and less for those three items, and made $31 from them. So, with over 18.3 million sellers, not verified, just per Google, on eBay, even though many have left and are leaving, eBay is still a wreck, in my opinion. Yeah, as we talk about almost daily here, just going through the problems and the issues and the errors, it's agi. And then the biggest problem day before yesterday, I forget, my days are mixed up now, was offers. Every time I tried to send offers or counter an offer, it said I could not send those offers because I've sent too many, or some crap like that. And I've seen that in the past, but that day, yesterday, the day before, it was just I've never seen it so much in one day. It was such a mess. And that's another thing. When you talk about the longevity of an issue that eBay has no control over or can't fix, the offer issue. I mean, we're going into probably going to be hitting 3 months here that has been a major issue, more widespread or more widely known than prior. I mean, I've had offer issues for the whole 2023, but in the past 2-ish months, it has been very dominating. It's been very prominent. Like, I'm here and I'm screwing up your life. Yay! You know, kind of like that ex-girlfriend that you had to get rid of because she would break out the window in your car if you didn't call her that day or something. Merry Christmas, James. Sorry to hear about Stu. We were all rooting for you guys to be his forever home. Let's see. The best part of feeling like this is that it is because we had special people and pets. When I was talking about how I felt on Christmas Day. Had special people and pets, experiences that are irreplaceable, 100%. We're experienced. The fact is, new joys are around the corner. New replacement joys, but new ones. Not replacement joys, but new ones. You might need to get off your work treadmill to find new experiences for a week. We all know how you feel. Life has hurdles. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't go out of my way to say, text friends and go, hey, what are you doing today? Let's go grab something to eat. I'm just as guilty as they are for not initiating that. So, yes, 100% on that. When exactly did you discuss people quitting eBay? It seems to me that your titles don't match your content multiple times. It's very frustrating. Well, I do that for a reason. My second, what he said, you never talk about what your title. Wait, hold on. I know I have problem typing sometimes, and I have to watch. I have to reread my stuff several times. So I understand when people do this. My second, I'm thinking you're saying I second that. My second, what he said, you never talk about what's in your title, is very disappointing. To try and learn something from your intel, and you never talk about everything else. But what your title says, your dogs, your records, and your hats, who cares? We're trying to learn information. That's the reason to watch. And that's exactly why I do it. Your title right there. You're one who just wants to come and get a quick answer. I'm just going to give that to the people who really stand by the channel. So see, you are 100% the reason I do that. Because look, you said your dogs, your records, your hats, who cares? That statement says that you don't care. Well, guess what? Why should I give you that information if you don't care? You don't care about me. You don't care about my dogs. You don't care about my records. You don't care about my hats. You're not going to get fed all the great information. I ain't baby feeding you. I'm baby feeding people that care about my dog. I ain't baby feeding the assholes who don't give a rat's ass about my dog. Jeez. So yes, perfect reason why. I'm going to put, whoops. Your comment is the perfect example as to why. Please watch today's video for more details specifically for you. And of course, I spelled specifically wrong. Oh, I love my life. Hey, James, sorry that you didn't get Stu. Nice Bose score and sales. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Go, Jan, making sales. Good job. Yeah, I would have grabbed the carrot basket. Thanks for sharing. Mona Lisa 314. Merry Christmas. I had someone contact me to buy their items. They are closing shop. I did not want the items. I am hanging in. I am part-time, hoping to grow. Keep on trucking. And I'm going to end it here so we can get these things shipped out since we're already at 40 minutes. But another point I want to make is the easy answer. That comment about you want the easy answer, etc., etc. But it takes work. If you just go around looking for the easy answers, the quick way of doing it, you're not going to last in the long run. It's just not going to happen. Someone who puts in the time to, like, if you just, any of my videos, I do feel if you just watch 5 minutes of it, you're not going to gain the full, not just my videos, but a lot of people's videos, whether that's Bearded Picker or J-Ride or whoever. Hustle and Grow. Hustle Couple. I kept wanting to say Reseller Workroom. Hustle Couple. Dixon's Pickens. If you're just going to watch 5 minutes of those type of channels, you're not going to get all the information you can get from those people. It's just not going to happen. You're just looking for the quick one. You don't care about nobody's dog, nobody's hat, nobody's whatever. You know what? You do you, but we'll all be passing you by. So, in order to grow, you got to put in that work. It's not going to come easy. And I mean, if reselling was easy, everybody who started during COVID would still be reselling and not have to go back to work. No, dude, no. I don't care how much you buy from me. I'm not giving you a $15 cassette for $4. I'm just not going to do it. I'll make some counter offers to you, but it's sealed with a hype sticker. I am not going to do it. I'll go $10. All right. Let's get these few items shipped. And like I said, I've already got this one boxed up. The weight in, the size in. It comes to $40 shipped to Puerto Rico. I thought it was going to be a lot worse for this size of box. So, I mean, we got the 20 by 16 by 10. And I thought it was going to be worse. I charged $35. It's costing $40. I thought I was going to lose my ass and it was going to be closer to $100. So, I'm happy with that. Next up, we've got a Christmas duck. I am going to double down on Christmas in 2024. I'm going to be like, Jan, go to the bins, grab my stuff, and grab you some Christmas stuff. Oh, I'm not even to that yet, but Christmas duck. Headed to Redondo Beach, Florida, sold for $7. Cancellation request. Let me guess, you found it cheaper. Oh no, that was the... See, this dude just put in, or this chick, whoever it is, just put in a 20 cassette lot. I had for $20. They put an offer in for $17. I accept it. And now this is one that I know, order placed by mistake. I know it wasn't because they found one cheaper, because the 20 cassettes, you're probably not going to find another lot with that in there. Most of the time you get the people who go, I didn't know I had to buy it by sending an offer. Huh? Okay. All right, where was I? A duck. $7 for Mr. Ducky Duck. And he used up all my... I think I know where they're at. All my things. Boop, boopy, doop, boop, boop. What is up with that? Oh, now you send a message. I've already canceled it. Dude, or dudette. I am so sorry. I purchased a cassette player for my son, and while I had my phone open because was searching for tapes, my son placed the bid. I am so sorry to request a cancellation. He did not have my permission. The number of times over the past 22 years I've heard, my child did this, they did not have my permission. A lot of times. A lot of times. Let's put you over here. Let's put you over there. Didn't have my permission. Whoop. Come on now. Here we go. I should have done this with this. It would have been easier. No. No. It's $15. No. 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 Sit up, Mickey. So he comes back with $5. No. 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 You bought from me before. You should know. I don't give you my high dollar items for the cheap price, just my cheap dollar items for the cheap price. So you're going to get a straight decline this time. No. No. Is this the second one coming back at me? Yep. No. No. No, 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 no. But I don't think he takes it personal. I think he's like business, so. That one's going to Australia. Let me get that out of here. Remove. Right. This is pretty sturdy. Should hold up fine in a mailer. Put it on its side. No, another one. Where'd that one come from? That one just came out of the blue. That's a $20 one. No. No, no. You know what? Decline. I'm not even going to counter. We're too far apart. That was a new one he just added in. No. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. You're not getting that lucky with me, boy. All right. 2. You better take that silliness someplace else. Better get your silliness out of here. Shoot. Terry. I don't know who you think you are. Trying to play with me like that. Do I look like a toy? Do I look like you can play with me? Next up, we got these 4 foam glitter-packed Christmas ornaments. Yay, Jan. So for $10, headed to Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, you're not going to fit in my hat box. You're too wide. So, it might be a little bit too big. Yeah. Maybe a bit too big. Let's find you a more snug in a bug. Snug as a bug in a rug box. Nope. 10 by 8 by 4 should do it perfectly. Perfecto mundo. Let's find out. Only one hat this morning. Perfect mundo. Actually, that is perfect. 10 by 8 by 4. 8. 10. Whoops. By 8 by 4. Lori. Lori. Pew, pew. And we got a Liz Claiborne American flag hat. Sold for $9. Headed to Inverness, Florida. Inverness, Florida. I got an item I just put up yet last night, actually. Already sold. Yay. I'm trying, how I'm trying to view 2024 in like a new way. Like, I'm trying to, I don't know what's a good word for it, create wealth or build wealth, like to pay for something. Like, I got to get a new car. I'm going to get a new car probably toward the end of summer. The Porsche has like 60,000 miles on it now. Thankfully, I've had no issues with that. And the past owner didn't either because I got all the paperwork. But people always say that Porsches are bad for this and that. This was a good one. But then again, I hear that with Dodge and Jeep all the time too, and I've never had any issues with all the Jeeps and Dodges I've had. I've had a lot. But of course, I got my eye on that Lamborghini SUV, but it's going to be probably way out of my league. But the price keeps coming down. I think the last one I saw was like at $220,000. That's still way, way over what I can do, at least at the moment. Because I would need like a $5,000 car payment, right? Where I'm used to $1,000 or less. So that's like, yeah, way, way up there. So I'm like, how can I build wealth to afford something like that? Whether I get it or not, it doesn't matter. It's almost like the way I always looked at things in the past as a goal, but whether it's about getting to that, not necessarily doing it. Like, did I put myself in a position where I could do that if I really wanted to? But normally I would talk myself out of it. Like, in order to get a $5,000 car payment, I got to make wealth an extra $10,000 a month, not just $5,000. You know what I mean? Like, so getting to the 5 wouldn't, I'd made the goal, but I'd be smart enough to go, but I'm not spending it on that. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to build and say, okay, how can I get an extra $5K a month in 2024? So that's what I'm working on. So I got an idea that actually resellers might like and might sell well. I just got to figure out a creative way to do it, and a fun, creative way. So I'm working on the idea, but I'm not going to tell you the idea. But it's basically to help keep yourself accountable when you're listing. So if I can come up with a fun, creative way of doing it, I will try to find a way to like have it made and sell them. So that's one idea I'm working on. And another is, no, he keeps going up like a quarter. No. I'll deal with you later. But so trying to, and then another is trying to find something I could sell consistently, but only have to do the work once, whether I almost thought about a toy box. Well, I am thinking about it. I just don't know if it'll go well. Like a hat box, 8x6x4, and I've got tons of small toys. So instead of like me going through the small toys saying, oh, this figure is actually worth $20, blah, blah, blah. It's just when I go to the bins, just grab all the small toys I can like that, put them in a tote, and fill boxes, and just put mystery small toy lot box, $15. And it'd be filled with all small toys. And being I won't check them to see if there's any value in them, there could be some, you could make your money back if you're a reseller, or if you're a collector, you can get a good deal. But I also thought about, say like every so many boxes, I put cash mixed in with the toys. Like whether that's a $1 bill or a $5 bill or a $10 bill, like every so many boxes, I throw cash in it also. So I'm playing with that idea. I don't know if I could promote it, at least on eBay, saying, hey, every 10th box, you're guaranteed to get, money in it type of thing. But yeah, so I'm thinking about trying that and just giving it a shot to see. Because small toys I love them, but they're just a pain to deal with. So I would have no problems if a $50 toy ended up in a $15 box and somebody said, ooh, I'm coming back to buy another. You know what I mean? So. But that would be a way to, come on, to only have to do something once. One listing, all I have to do is fill a box and tape it up and go every time one sells. So. Darcy. But that every 10th customer who does get, whether they're a reseller and or they like toys, gets money in their box, they may think, I'm going back to buy another one, right? So I love piano 8-track. Sold for $9.95. Yay! Headed to Florida. Ooh, where'd that come from? Angela. So yeah, just trying to think of just different things, different ideas to create wealth. That's more thought than work involved. So these I put up last night, some Saucony Bullet running shoes. Very nice condition. Put them up late last night, sold for $30 overnight. So biggity bam. Biggity bomb. I like it when people complain. It very rarely ever happens with people, or actually, it happens more on these videos than the buyer. How can you put shoes in a bag? You know what? If your shoes can't handle the mail in a bag, they're not very good shoes. So that's the way I kind of look at it. Don't you get sticky there. Plus, that's pretty solid, It's more sole than shoe. that gets relied on. So, if your shoe can't handle that, then you probably shouldn't be walking in them. Melissa. I mean, if it's an expensive shoe that I know somebody's probably going to use as a collector thing, then what? Sorry, we could not find a delivery service for this order. It's going to Michigan. What do you mean? This is another thing. I've had a problem with this a few days too. And then I'll have to remove it. Then when I do it individually, it'll go through. Put you over here. And the last US one, well, not technically, but I got a CD long box sold for $6.66, headed to Michigan also. Next up, we got Doom. It's doing it on this one too, so I guess shipping's down now. Are you going to print these properly? Nope. So shipping just went down. Piece of shit, eBay. I swear. You gotta be kidding me. Don't you like it when they prove you right? It's like, come on, man. Get your shit together. Now I got to go through this all over again and just to see if it'll work. Nine, 12 by 12 by 1. That one went through that time. Melissa. Okay. Angela. 5. Oops. 9 by 6. Darcy. So actually that's right. Lori. 8, 10 by 8 by 4. Get your shit together. Get your head out of the sand. Get your shit together. Do it while you can. Come on and get your shit together. I had a song for everything. What was this? 21.2, I think. Yeah, 21.1 actually. 21.1. 21 and what? And we got 20 by 16 by 10. gonna work this time. Thank you. Such a pain in the booty hole. Pain in the booty hole. Pain in the booty hole. Just a pain in the booty hole. Nope, not laser jet. Thermal. This one done. Boop. You better get your shit together. Get your head out of the sand. Terry. Speaking of names, Terry. So a friend I grew up with, Steve, he had a sister named Terry. She died probably a couple years before my brother died. I think her heart just had too much and stopped. She was overweight and stuff, but I had to stop being friends with her. I want to say, what was it? ...2012, somewhere in there. 2013. Friends on Facebook. But I made a post about something. I don't know, it was probably when gay marriage things was really starting to kick up or something to do with gay. And of course, be who you want to be. I don't care as long as you ain't bothering me, right? So it was something supportive of gay, or maybe it was even a joke about, hey, why are they taking the rainbow? I like the rainbow. It's something to do with gay, but it wasn't nothing derogatory. And she came on there and says something totally derogatory about being gay. And I'm like, something you didn't expect. I'm like, really? You're thinking this way? Comment back. She doubled down. I'm like, wow. I'm sorry, but I can't be friends with anybody who hates somebody just because of that. That's just ridiculous. So that's my Terry story. Lori. I've known too many people named Lori. My sister's name's Laura. How many Loris have I had relations with over the years? Good Lord. I think of 3 right off the bat. 4, 5. At least 5. Lori was like a popular name around here, I guess, for some reason. Darcy. Darcy Lynn, America's Got Talent, ventriloquist. That's the only Darcy I know of. Angela, another common name. How many relations have I had with Angelas over the years? 1, 2. I guess 2, at least. All right, Melissa. Know a lot of Melissas, too. I know you're wondering, how many Melissas have I had relationships? Well, one kinda. I was dating this girl, and her best friend was Melissa, and when her boyfriend dumped her, my girlfriend at the time kind of invited her in, if you will. Of course, I'm not saying no, right? If you know what I mean. That's my Melissa story. Hey, I got stories for everybody. Almost everybody. Brian. I think I've told a Brian story before. Had a neighbor named Brian, I know, who... Actually, he sent me a friend's request on Facebook probably 10 years ago, but I never see him post anything. Recently met a Brian who runs a thrift shop. Him and his wife. Well, they run other business, but they run the thrift shop on the weekend themselves, and then a friend runs it during the week. Okay, that's my Brian Stars. My international item here. Actually, I might just save this. I guess I get going. Let me see if it has to go out today. Generation. Scan. Generation. Scan. I was a hoe back in the day. I'm sorry. I own it though. I own it. It's okay. I own it. I'm not ashamed of my past. It happens. Yep, it's got to go out today. All right. We got Screaming Tree CD that sold for $8. Refresh. The refresh. Fresh. Dang, James, you a hoe. It's going to Australia. Pew. Oops. You a hoe, man. $8, 4.1. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Where are these burps coming from and stuff today? All right, how many internationals have I sold since? Ooh, I've got some printouts to do here. Let's see. 2, 7, 13. So 13 over the past few days. And of course, they got them spread out on 3 different scan farms. So there's 1. 2. Tree. All right. So where are we at? One that was, I guess I don't have one updated. I don't remember where we were. We were at 80 something, right? We're at 110 at 10:30. Not a horrible start for the day after Christmas. All right, that is all for me from now. For now. Did I pull the other one already? Or is this it? Oh, yeah, I guess there's only 7, I think. Low day so far. You ready, baby girl? There she is. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Much appreciated. Boom, boom, boom. And I will see you all in the next video. Later.